Good evening from the UK. Now, tonight I've not got just one person tonight. Well, it shows that I've got one person, but really I've got a whole family. But let's see how much we only have just one on one. Anyway, tonight I am joined by Rachel Johnson. She is going to explain who she is, of how she grew up in foster care and how she dealt with challenges, so on and so on. Now, all I've got to say is welcome, Rachel.
Thank you, Adam, for having me.
You are most welcome. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a touchy podcast, this, because obviously we know how sensitive being in foster care can be, especially living with these challenges. Now, I'm going to start with some quick fire questions for you, Rachel.
Go for it.
Tea or coffee?
What now? I couldn't catch that one.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee?
Box set or film?
Film?
Favorite season?
I'm going to have to go with spring.
Favorite seasonal holiday?
Hanukkah?
Or Christmas, in your way? Well, in my way.
Nope. Well, actually, nope. Hanukkah, because I'm mostly Jewish.
Ah, I see.
I'm a Messianic Jew.
I never knew that.
Yep, I'm a Messianic Jew. Yep.
Ah, okay. And last one, I'm going to say favorite weather.
Weather? I'm going to have to go with spring just because it doesn't get too hot for me.
Now, for anyone that's going to be tuning in on this, whether it's replay or live, please share this in awareness and see if this resonates with anyone. Now, I'm going to start with what was your life like growing up? Because obviously you were in foster care, and what was your experience like?
Well, I went in at the age of 3, and I actually went in with my younger sister. Our first one we lived in was in Blaine, Minnesota, and after a while we got out of that one and then moved to Brooklyn Park, Minnesota with Joanne Palmer. Was our last foster home. I was there from whatever to I was out of high school. And basically there's 2 different ways each of them raised us. So our first foster home in Blaine, we couldn't see our parents at all. Wouldn't let me see my dad. Refused. Don't know why, but she wouldn't let us see him. So it was really hard on that because we couldn't see him. And then when we went to Joanne's, we found out they lived in the area close to where she lived. Not close, but close enough to where we could go see them, but we'd have to be supervised visits. And then that's how me and my younger sister got to reconnect with our parents. And it wasn't easy because my mom had 3 of us. Our older sister actually, because she was older, she went into a different foster homes by herself, where me and my younger sister were together. She just couldn't raise us, all of us, at all. She was just having a hard time.
Yeah. Things can get a little bit stressful, especially with what's going on in life, because challenges can come at any time. And as the saying goes, you got to prepare for the unexpected.
Yeah, but we got through it, so not easy, but I got through it, it was the best we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, what was your school life like? So obviously, what I mean when I say that is like an average person, obviously they're going to be
I can tell you right now, I was in kindergarten twice. Me and my younger sister were in some special ed classes. We both have learning disabilities. Mine was math and reading. I don't know what hers was, but I went into kindergarten twice, but I had the same teacher. So at least my teacher already knew who I was when I went back into kindergarten. So that helped. She was the same teacher I had for the first time I went back. And then when I was in high school, I had some special ed math classes. Minnesota, we have the basic standards test. I don't know how UK is, but we had those where you had math and reading. I had exempt from math so I could graduate in 2000 from high school. My reading passed. I think it was either my senior or junior year. In high school, I passed that one. So school growing up wasn't easy because of our learning disabilities that we had. We'd have to have somebody in the classroom that was going around helping everybody that needed the help.
Yeah, I know how that feels because I have that support as well. Where especially when it comes to like exams and that, I was actually taken away into this another room, and obviously I was given added time when it comes to these exams. I think it was like an extra 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if we did that, but I know is that we'd have people around. There's extra like teacher or somebody that'd be in there to help if we needed the help. So
yeah, so obviously, when did you find out that you had these disabilities?
I do not honestly remember. And how long it's been a long time. Just knew that we had them. We had an IEP or whatever they call them back in Minnesota, so we'd have those.
Yeah, would you mind sharing what that disability is?
Well, my learning disability, like I said, I have a hard time with math. I can't do math problems.
Okay.
But when it comes to where I was working, I can do the registers. I just couldn't do the math problems where I'd add something up, I'd get it wrong, or I'd have to use a calculator for the math problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reading, I still have. I'm not gonna lie, I can go in these books like these things, books like these, and I can still get words wrong, or I can't pronounce them right. So for me, I still have a hard time reading, but I still do it. Even if I can't read them right, I still try to word them right the best I can.
Yeah.
For reading, I just pronounce words wrong. Then I get picked on. I'm like, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce them right, and then they try to correct me.
Yeah, that people that pick on people because obviously they can't read right, or even
it's my kids that do it. Well, my kids do it, but then they have to understand that they shouldn't correct me. I say there's certain words I'll say it my way. If I can't say it the right way, I say still say it, just don't say it the normal way. I'll say it a different way.
Yeah. I was just about to say for all those people, and this is live, for all those people that do actually pick on people who do have disabilities or can't read or write or stuff like that, hang your heads in shame. Because at the end of the day, we're all not the same. We're all unique in our own way.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And one thing we should never accept is bullying. Because I grew up with bullies.
Believe me, there's times in school I was picked on, and then there's people that stand up for me. I'd have friends that actually literally stand up for us. So you don't always get that type of thing. That doesn't always happen. Luckily, I've had that happen when I was in school. Where if I get picked on, somebody'd be there that knew what I was going through, that help step up and say something.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was I'm gonna actually ask now, what was your first job like?
Actually, I was in a work program in high school, so So I worked at a couple different places. I worked at Barley's, which is a grocery store. I worked at Devani's. Those were a couple of the ones Those were really, I liked working them because there was customer service. I love being around people, so that helped. And that got me into where I could get more jobs like that, and just continue doing what I love with customer service.
Oh, brilliant. So clearly customer service is actually your I'd say superpower in a way.
Yep, because that's what I worked at Godfather's Pizza back in Minnesota. I worked at a McDonald's here in Virginia where I live now. So I worked at a Wendy's. I worked at a Hardee's. I even worked at a gas station. And I never worked at gas stations before. So 7-Eleven here was the first gas station I worked at. But most of mine were one grocery store and the rest were restaurants.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You definitely know the difference between each restaurant, though, don't you? You definitely know.
Oh yeah, especially because they all serve different food, different things. So I hope that's definitely true on that part.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, when did you? Because obviously we was just briefly talking, and you mentioned I don't mind. I hope you don't mind me sharing, but obviously you said you had vertigo.
Yeah,
Um, when did you actually find out you
I found this
lived
out
with?
in August 4th. I found out that I had vertigo, and I actually found out one of my eardrums has a pierced hole in there.
Wow.
I didn't even know anything about that until I found out. So I didn't know anything about that until August 4th when I found out I had vertigo on one side.
August
So if
fourth last
I
year.
can get, yep, it has to do with the inner ear area of your ear.
Wow.
Yep. And it's not
Wow.
fun
So
because, let's just put it this way. I had my room, well, this room was spinning, not literally, but where my vertigo was acting up and the room felt like it was spinning on me, I'd lean back, close my eyes, and my little guy was still virtual learning for school. He's like, Mom, don't fall asleep, because he didn't understand what was going on. And that's what scares me, is because he's only 6. He's 6 now and still don't understand what vertigo exactly is.
yeah, I was actually going to ask when you found that out last year, what was your response? But obviously you've
I
just answered it.
well, I the funny thing is I was getting those spells and my head was shaking, so we knew the head shaking wasn't vertigo when I found that out. My head was shaking, so we don't know if what that's still trying to figure out what that's from. I don't know if it's the anxiety that my husband thinks it is, or the tremors that runs in my family that hereditary. Because my aunt has it, to where she'll sit there and shake for a long time, and then she can't always stop. And that's what happens with my head.
Yeah,
But the
absolutely.
vertigo,
Absolutely.
basically vertigo, if you stand too long or sit up too fast, you'll get dizzy.
Yeah, absolutely. Um I'm gonna just hang on a minute. I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit. To obviously foster care. So obviously I normally ask this right at the end, but I'm actually gonna ask you now. If you actually came across a child that has been brought up in the system and they've just come out, what piece of advice would you actually give them if they didn't know where to turn to?
For me, what happened to me when I kicked myself out, I got into financial issues. I'm like, just be careful who you hang out with, to where
Yeah,
you don't have to try to pay everything back. So pick your choose who you want to hang out with, and choose them wisely, so you don't get to the point where you're financially in debt and don't have money to pay everything off.
great advice. Great advice. Now this leads me on to the company you've actually just started. Um, because obviously I know you are involved with Life with Nature as well with Stephen Smith.
Yeah,
Um,
I had talked to him. He's going to see what he can do to help get me back on helping again. So, because I didn't know what was going on, because at the time my old Facebook was hacked, so he was on WhatsApp asking what was going on. So, but
yeah,
no, I have my own craft business now, where I make
yeah,
bracelets, and I'm in the process of getting ready to make some things for guys as well, so the guys aren't feeling left out.
I know. I'm always feeling left out.
She's with Adam. The big
But
one.
anyway,
Yeah.
so where can people find this business?
Like the
My craft business, I have a life pay. I gave him from me. I was watching him. Okay, Raymond?
yeah.
Sorry, my older son just came out. But I have a craft.
You didn't even let me know.
You were in school still, Raymond. Raymond, do not start. You're going to time. You both will go in timeout.
Please get off my chair.
Sorry. Kids, told you. I warned you about that. But no, I have a like page and a craft business page. And actually, I can show you one of the bracelets I'm doing for Easter. I already did for Easter anyhow. This is just one of the bracelets
Okay.
that I made for Easter. This is my pink, green, and white one. And then I also have I did another one with purple, blue, and pink. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change them. I'm going to make those bracelets again, but I'm changing the colors up. So the next one will be pink, purple, and white, and then blue, green, and white. So I'm trying to stick with the pastel colors for Easter. And then for Cinco de Mayo, I'm actually going to be doing the colors of the flag for green, red, and white. These are things I sell. Come here.
Because Mom's watching. Doesn't.
Ow! Get over here! You don't hit me. Time out! You do not hit me.
You're supposed to ask for my permission first. Why is that in the middle of your shirt?
What?
He got a pin from his teacher. Sorry about that. Mother's duty calls.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, people. Like Pamela tuning in from Northern California. Hello, Kieran from UK. Please share this and learn it. That'd be brilliant. Yeah. Parenthood, eh? That's all I've got to say. Parenthood.
Well, you got 2 boys, one's 6, one's almost 13, so.
Brilliant. But anyway, so we was talking about your experience with life with nature. Are you actually enjoying that?
I'm going to hopefully get back into helping Steven out with that again. I reached out to him on WhatsApp to find out what was going on. I'm like, if you need anything, just let me know. I can get back into helping you out again. So I miss doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And obviously, for people that don't know who this Stephen Smith is, find him on Facebook, LWN Live with Nature. You'll be able to see it. And obviously, we did have Stephen Smith on the other day on the show, so you'll be able to find that on YouTube also. And I am actually going on his show tomorrow, and it'll be midnight UK time where I'll be going on his show. So yeah, plenty of cracking. But anyway, yeah. So what's next for Rachel Johnson? Like, where do you see yourself? I don't know. In 12 months' time.
Me, I'm just hoping my craft business will start getting out there more, which I'm working on. And for the guys, I'm actually going to make keychains. I have something different than, won't be one of the lace I showed you with those, but I got this little lanyard, and I'm going to actually make keychains out of these. So that'll be something that I can do for the guys, and then that way at least the guys have something, the ladies have something, even then figure out something craft-wise for kids. That way at least I can touch base with everybody. Because I don't want to feel like it's only just the girls getting everything, you know? I want it to be a variety.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is I'll let you go. You go and deal with your kids. And all I've got to say is thanks for coming on. And please don't be a stranger.
I'll reach out to you. I just don't, half the time I don't know when you're up or you're sleeping. So that's the tricky part. Because UK, you're a lot later in time.
We're 5 hours ahead of you. 5 hours.
So I don't know when to message you, so I don't want to wake you up. I don't like to do that to people. That's just not me.
Oh well. But anyway, thanks for coming on, and yeah.
And I'll put the links into the Facebook live for my like page and my craft page for those who are interested in doing that.
Brilliant. All right, right. Thanks for coming on, Rachel. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And all I've got to say is cheerio.
All right. Bye.